it feel like days. Only been days, but it feel like months. Been gone for a year, only know like once. Life move fast when you do.
Good morning, guys, and welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, I'm Lacey. I'm a middle school teacher, and it is the third day of 2025, and I am back at work. It is a teacher work day. It's also a Friday, so I really can't complain too much. The kids will come officially on Monday, the 6th, so we'll have a full week of school. But for today, I can do whatever I need to do. We have to take down all the Christmas stuff. So after all that work, it has to come down today. I also need to make sure I'm ready for next week, which I am, but I planned it, so long ago that I do want to look over my lesson plan. I need to get some copies just to get ahead. I also brought my vision board so I can hang that up. I'm currently heating up the hot glue gun right now. I got my Stanley of water. Again, if you watched a couple videos ago, my student got me a Stanley for Christmas. So of course I have to use that all 2025. And I just wanted to hang out with you guys and show you what it looks like on a day where there's no students. I also have meetings later because we were required to sign up for 2 professional learning meetings and they're not at my school. So we'll be ripping and running together a little bit later. I just clocked in a little bit late because my computer was completely dead because it did not see my car, it did not see my house. It was here in this classroom because who's gonna work on a break? So I just got to school and plugged it in and I just clocked in. And since I'm on my computer, I am gonna print out something I need for Monday. I already had all my copies prepared. I tried to be ahead, but there was one thing I added. We're gonna do a reading challenge called the Reading Bowl, which is kind of modeled after the Super Bowl. It was created by a NFL player and he has a whole video and stuff about it, but I kind of made my own version. So I am printing out a reading log and the kids are gonna have to keep track of their title and the Lexile because I want the Lexiles to be over 900, which is really generous if you know anything about Lexile levels, but I just don't want it to be elementary books, obviously. So when I do the math, between now and the Super Bowl, we'll probably go to the library 4 times and they can get 2 books. So that's 8 books right there. And then they have online books that they have access to and there's like hundreds of them. So they should easily be able to get to 10 and 10 is gonna be my requirement and I'm gonna make this a grade. They have something called AR tests and they take a test on their book. It's just like comprehension tests to make sure that they're reading and I have access to all that. So if they write on their log that they read 10 books, then I can easily verify that. So I'm gonna make this a grade, but it's also a competition. So if people wanna read more than 10 and actually win the competition, then they can. And I will go out and buy a really nice prize, candy, chips, whatever they want, and I'll get the big full size. So that's the goal for that. I last minute planned that over break because I saw it on TikTok. So I do need to get copies of that for Monday. So that way we can start right away. And that helps me out too, because whenever they're done with their work early, then they have an ongoing assignment. Copies are being made and now I'm gonna take down my Christmas stuff. I didn't even have a chance to really show you this complete. I think I did an Amazon haul, Hobby Lobby haul, whatever, and showed you all the stuff I bought, but I didn't show you all complete. But basically I bought these ornaments from Amazon that are the 12 days of Christmas. So I had 1 through 6 on this tree and then I had 7 through 12 on this tree. They were kind of back here out the way. So when people came and toured the school, people didn't even really see these, but I didn't really have a good spot for them without rearranging my whole room. So they did what they were supposed to and now it is time to take them home. I don't really have a place to store them at home, so honestly this stuff might just stay in my closet until the end of the year when I am cleaning out the classroom. So I don't know, but I'm gonna take this down. The door is easy, that's just paper. The only thing that's kind of annoying is, if you remember, me and my cousin hung stuff from the ceiling, so that is gonna be a little bit annoying. And then I can actually sit down and do some computer work. I recorded a quick time lapse taking down everything off the door. All the hard work is now gone. And then I was being silly and I jumped to see what I could reach from the ceiling. And then of course I did have to end up using a chair because I am only 5'2". Everything is officially de-Christmasified and I brought this back. Honestly, I didn't even tell you guys, but this wheel has been taken away for like 2 months now. I took it away in November because the behavior before Thanksgiving break was just a lot. So I took this away. I have not had any student of the week for a while and I honestly told them I was gonna bring student of the week back for semester 2 in January. So now that it's January, I'm gonna try this again and obviously if behavior is a mess next week, then I'll take it right back away because it's a privilege and I don't get money from the school for that. I choose to buy rewards. So I'm gonna try this again. It's back. And I also put everything else back in its spot. Now that the Christmas trees are gone, I got all the stuff from the ceiling. The door is empty. If you remember, the door has the little shoes on it and it says standing on business. So that's back on the door because it was underneath everything. So room's back in order. I have my hot glue gun heating up because I'm gonna hang the vision board somewhere. I'm not really sure where yet, but I do want it somewhere in my area, in my space, because I don't think it really applies to the kids, obviously, so I might just find a little corner to put it in, and then I'm gonna actually sit down and start looking at my stuff for next week and start getting into that teacher mode. I ended up putting the vision board right here. I don't really sit at this little desk really at all, but my phone is still here, like the school phone. Also, like my filing cabinets and stuff are back there. So it's still very much my area because the big desk I do sit at doesn't have storage. So all the storage is over here. So I figured I could put the vision board there. And my main things I had to do today were to get rid of the Christmas stuff and to get my copies made. So I don't really have anything else much to do. I'm just gonna do a whole lot of little things. The students will have new connections on Monday, so I'm gonna go ahead and put the schedules on the desks. So that's one less thing to do Monday morning. I need to staple my copies together because I needed them stapled and I guess the copier was out of staples. So I have to staple those myself, which is totally fine. And just like little random stuff like that, but I will keep you updated and keep bringing you along with me. The kids will not be thrilled to see a full board, but I went ahead and updated for the next couple weeks. Some of this stuff is graded, some of this is not graded, but I do like to put everything on this board. If it's something we're doing in class, I feel like it deserves to be on here, whether it's graded or not. And you would think if something's not graded that the kids won't want to do it, but things that aren't graded are typically things like Deal or No Deal competition, Jeopardy, things like that that are competitions. And if they know that they can earn candy instead of a grade, then they will still work just as hard. So I'm excited for the games and stuff we'll be doing over the next couple weeks. So that's all updated. I'm now gonna pass out the schedules because like I said, they will have new connections for January all the way until the end of the year. So some of them who are in band or something that's all year, that's not gonna change. But in terms of the connection classes like art and stuff like that, that does change. So I'm gonna pass those out and then I'll probably get on my computer and just keep on planning and keep on figuring out what January is going to look like. I've been doing some boring, tedious tasks for the last little bit. I stapled my copies, I passed out the schedules, I got everything ready for Monday, so that way I can just come in and have an easy day. I also got out the locker combinations because even on a normal day, these kids don't know their combination. So I already know after a break, they're gonna be asking me what their combination is. So I got those ready right by the door. And the last tedious task I have to do is set up our paper grade book at my school. I'm not sure if it's a school thing or a county thing, but we do paper grade books. So the names go here and then the grades go on here. Obviously I can't show you names, but I'm gonna show you this side because it doesn't have names. So for each quarter, I do have a color code system, which I know you can't see, but basically each assignment has a certain color. So classworks are a certain color, quizzes are a certain color, and summatives are a certain color. And it's just kind of helps me get organized. It's aesthetic, it's cutesy, so I like to do that. And every quarter I do have to redo this spread. So I'm gonna go ahead and write the kids' names so that way when we have our first graded assignment, which I believe is Tuesday, I'm ready to go. And then of course we do put grades in the computer after. So we technically grade things like 3 times because I write the grade on the assignment, then I write it by hand, and then I put it in the computer. So definitely a lot of steps. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the paper grade book ready and put all the names in there and ready for quarter 3. It's 11:30. I've been here 3 hours and I'm honestly out of things to do. So I am just gonna use some time to get ahead because that will definitely help my future self out. And I just heated up my lunch because I have to leave at 12:30 for our meetings. So I have 2 meetings. One is at 1 o'clock and one is at 2:15, and they're at 2 different schools, not anywhere near here. So I will have to rip and run for the rest of the day. So I wanted to sit down and have my lunch while I'm still here. And then for this last hour, I'm just gonna plan and just get ahead. Next week is all planned. I have all the copies made, everything's ready, and we are actually just continuing our author's purpose standard because I didn't want to start something brand new. So we're just gonna pick up where we left off, and then the week after next, we will have a new standard, which is text structure. So that is what I want to start planning out. I already have the dates on the board and everything, but I do need to make the resources, make the PowerPoints, stuff like that. So that's what I'm gonna do for this last hour and just kind of get 2 weeks ahead, and then I'll have to head to another school and sit in meetings for the rest of the day, but at least it's Friday and I do still have a weekend to rest before we officially come back with the kids. This is actually our lunch hour, so a lot of the teachers are gone right now. But I brought my lunch, as you saw, and if you are an educator, you know that December and January are a big struggle because we get paid the day we get out for break, which for me was December 20th, and then we don't get paid again until January 31st. So that is a very, very, very long stretch. So I'm trying to save money when I can. So I definitely skipped my little lunch break, but that's okay because, again, we have a long time until we get another paycheck. It's 12:30 and I need to leave literally right now because I went on Waze to see how far the school is, where my meeting is, and it's 20 minutes away, and it is, again, 12:30, the meeting's at 1, so I need to get on out of here. It takes some time to find the classroom where the meetings are in because that's not my school, so I don't really know the layout and where stuff is. So I am going to head to the meeting. I got everything I needed to done. I printed a whole bunch of master copies so that way I can get all my copies over the next few weeks. I don't like to overload the front office because they're the ones who make the copies, so I literally have everything ready with a little request form. So it has my name, the date, and also how many you need. And I went ahead and I spaced it out. Like some of them have Monday's date, the 6th, some of them have Wednesday's date, etc., because I don't like to overload them with a lot all at once. So I went ahead and got all my copies ready for the next 2 weeks. I have no complaints. I had a productive day, and now it's time for a meeting. I will see you guys in the car. I'll talk to you a little bit more, but for now, I'm packing up my stuff, got my computer, and we are headed across town. Excuse the noise, I'm on the expressway, but I am headed to my 1 o'clock meeting, and then after that meeting, I have another one from 2:15 to 3:30, and then I can start my weekend. I'll be just in the video here because I'm not gonna be able to film during the meetings, obviously. I really enjoyed hanging out with you guys today. Teacher vlogs are back, so I am gonna end this video here, and don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next